After age 70, everyone wants to live healthy, comfortably, and free from nagging illnesses without going in and out of the hospital. But a strange paradox is at play. The very habits that seem harmless, even the ones you've had your whole life, are silently weakening your body every single day. Have you ever felt constantly tired despite not doing much? Or times when your mind feels foggy, you're forgetful, or your heart races for no apparent reason? If you are experiencing these things, it might not be due to age, but because of the very things you are doing every day without knowing. I remember 78-year-old Mr. Lewis telling me, I never thought skipping breakfast would make me sick. Before, he'd often skip breakfast, not feeling hungry, then grab a rushed, heavy lunch. After his blood pressure dropped during a walk, he was forced to re-examine what he thought was harmless. That is not a rare story, but a common reality many people over 70 haven't yet recognized. The truth is, after age 70, your body can no longer recover as quickly as before. Even a little lost sleep can disrupt your blood pressure. A skipped meal can also make your blood sugar swing wildly. A day of sitting too long can weaken muscles and joints faster. And an over-the-counter pill can also become a major risk if you use it incorrectly. The important thing is, just because you've done these things for years doesn't mean they are still safe. Your body is different, and the way you treat it also needs to change. In this video, we'll look at 4 common yet dangerous habits in people over 70. Things that seem small but may be silently damaging your health and your longevity. And more importantly, I'll suggest some simple, easy-to-implement alternatives so you can live healthier, more proactively, and more peacefully every day. If you're getting value from this video, drop a 1 in the comments just so I know you're with me. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you won't miss out on our next video. All right, let's dive into the first habit, which is also one of the silent reasons older adults' health can decline so quickly: not getting enough sleep. Number 1, not getting enough sleep. There's a common misconception many people over 70 believe. The older you get, the less sleep you need. Sleep little, a few hours is enough. But the truth is, not getting enough sleep is one of the silent culprits behind the rapid health decline in older adults, both physically and mentally. Your body, at any age, needs deep sleep to recover. But at 70 and above, your body's self-repair mechanisms aren't as strong as they used to be, so every hour of sleep becomes extremely precious. If you're only getting 3 to 4 hours of fitful sleep a night, waking up multiple times, or can't fall back asleep, that's not just a normal part of aging. It's a warning sign. What does lack of sleep do? It causes memory decline, makes you irritable, weakens your immune system, causes an irregular heartbeat, and increases the risk of stroke, diabetes, and even dementia. Sleeping too little also raises blood pressure, makes blood sugar difficult to control, and imbalances hormones in the body, leading to prolonged fatigue, a higher risk of falls, and difficulty recovering from illness. I once spoke with 80-year-old Mrs. Ruth, who lives alone in Arizona. She told me that for years she'd only been sleeping about 4 hours a night. "I'm used to it," she said. But then she started forgetting important things, leaving food burning on the stove, not remembering the way home after a walk. After seeing a sleep specialist, she learned the problem wasn't her memory, it was the quality of her sleep. Since adopting a regular sleep schedule, limiting blue light, and drinking herbal tea before bed, she gradually became herself again, clear-headed, calm, and refreshed each morning. Sleep isn't just rest, it's the most powerful recovery tool your body produces, as long as you give it the opportunity. Experts recommend that people over 70 still need 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. And it's not just about quantity, but more importantly, quality. Deep, uninterrupted sleep that follows your body's natural rhythm. So how to get enough sleep? You can start by keeping a regular sleep time every day, even on weekends. Avoid drinking coffee or strong tea after 2 in the afternoon. Spend 15 minutes relaxing before bed by reading, listening to soft music, or soaking your feet in warm water. Keep your bedroom quiet, cool, and free from the glow of electronic devices. A small change in your evening routine can bring about a big change the next morning. And the magic is when you sleep well, everything else, from memory, mood, to the immune system, also begins to improve, little by little. Sleep is the simplest yet most precious gift you can give your body every day. Don't let age be the excuse you use to trade it away. And once you've addressed your sleep, the next thing to tackle is a habit that seems harmless, but is incredibly risky: skipping breakfast. Number 2, skipping breakfast. There's a habit many older adults fall into without seeing the harm: skipping breakfast. Some say they don't feel hungry. Others think, I'll just wait for lunch, it's easier. But if you're over 70, skipping breakfast isn't just a dietary choice. It's a serious health risk that quietly unfolds each day. After a long night, your body needs to refuel to maintain stable blood pressure, balanced blood sugar, and mental alertness. But when you skip breakfast, your blood sugar can plummet, leaving you tired, dizzy, with shaky hands and feet. For older adults, this can lead to fainting or falls, or worse, cardiovascular complications if you have pre-existing conditions. I once spoke with Mr. Martin, 75 years old, living with his son in Colorado. He had a habit of just drinking coffee in the morning and waiting until noon to eat. One time, while sweeping the yard, he collapsed unconscious. Fortunately, his son discovered him in time. His doctor said he had hypoglycemia from skipping breakfast for days on end. After that, he started a light daily breakfast: a slice of whole wheat bread, a boiled egg, some fruit. I thought it was just an optional meal, he laughed. Who knew it was the most important one? In addition, skipping breakfast also affects memory, concentration, and disrupts your body's internal clock. You will easily feel tired in the afternoon, have trouble sleeping at night, creating a downward spiral that causes your health to deteriorate. So, if you often feel like you do not want to eat breakfast, your body may be sounding an alarm. Don't try to eat a lot. Start with light, easy-to-digest options: a small bowl of oatmeal, a banana, a few spoonfuls of yogurt, or a warm glass of nut milk. What's important isn't the amount, but the steady rhythm you provide for your body. Eating breakfast at the same time every day helps wake up the digestive system, stabilize blood pressure, and keep the brain functioning effectively. It's like refueling your car before a journey. Otherwise, that car will run sluggishly, break down faster, and stall unexpectedly in the middle of the road. Let breakfast become a ritual of self-care, a quiet, gentle moment for you to start the new day with respect for yourself. And after you have maintained a nutritional foundation from the start of the day, the next habit to watch out for is one that causes the fastest physical decline without any immediate pain: a sedentary lifestyle. Number 3, lack of movement. One of the greatest dangers after age 70 doesn't come from obvious pain, nor from an immediate medical event, but from the silent decay of the body when you sit too much. A sedentary lifestyle doesn't hurt right away, but it silently weakens every joint, atrophies every muscle fiber, and gradually takes away the independence you once had. Many older people think, I am old, resting a lot is good. But resting doesn't mean being stationary. Your body, even at an advanced age, still needs to maintain blood circulation, joint flexibility, and muscle strength. If you spend most of your day just sitting, watching television, scrolling on your phone, or lying down, then with each passing day, you're gradually losing the ability to stand up on your own, walk with confidence, and look after yourself. I remember Mrs. Linda, 79 years old, who lived in a quiet rural area in Washington. After retiring, she rarely went out, just stayed around the house, sitting and reading books and listening to the radio. At first, she thought she was enjoying her golden years, but after just 1 year, she started getting knee pain, found it hard to stand up, and trembled when stepping off the porch. She went to the doctor. It wasn't due to age. It was because inactivity had weakened the muscles supporting her knees. Since starting a 15-minute routine each morning, a light walk around the yard, stretching her arms, doing chair squats, she has regained her stability and confidently cooks and waters her plants again. Movement after 70 doesn't have to be intense exercise. You don't need to go jogging or lift weights. Just getting up from your chair every hour, walking around the house a few times, doing some simple stretches, rotating your wrists, bending your legs, or doing exercises in a chair, you are already helping your body preserve its vitality. Regular movement helps improve circulation, reduce the risk of stroke, improve digestion, keep blood sugar stable, and support memory. It also helps you sleep better, and you already know how important that is. The most precious thing after 70 is not how many supplements you take, but the ability to get up every morning, step outside on your own, and breathe the fresh air. Movement is what keeps you independent, mobile, and free from the quiet erosion of helplessness. And after you have adjusted your movement habits, there is one more thing many older adults are unintentionally harming themselves with, and that is using over-the-counter medicine without a doctor's guidance. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, just drop a 3 in the comments to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to hit that button and the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Your support truly helps us keep making content that's helpful and inspiring. Number 4, using over-the-counter medicine without a doctor's guidance. At 70 and older, you might be used to taking medicine, from supplements, blood pressure pills, and bone pain medication, to a few painkillers when tired. But here's what's worrying. Many older adults self-medicate without a doctor's prescription, and that can be more dangerous than you think. You might think, I'm just taking a little aspirin to help me sleep. Or, what's the harm in some occasional store-bought stomach medicine? But the problem is, after 70, your body doesn't metabolize medications the way it did at 40 or 50. The liver is weaker, the kidneys excrete toxins more slowly, and the nervous system becomes more sensitive. Just one pill at the wrong time, at the wrong dose, or combined with other drugs could lead to an adverse reaction, poisoning, or even liver and kidney failure. I think of 82-year-old Mr. Clarence, who had chronic headaches and regularly took painkillers he bought at the supermarket. He didn't tell his doctor because he thought it was a small matter. But after a few months, he started to feel dizzy, nauseous, and tests showed his liver function had severely declined. It turned out those seemingly harmless pills were the culprit. They were negatively interacting with the daily heart medication he was prescribed. The body after 70 becomes more fragile. Side effects that a younger person might easily handle can become a months-long burden for an older adult, or even prove life-threatening. Even supplements, herbs, or common cold medicines should not be used without your doctor being aware. You don't need to worry excessively, but you need to be proactive. Write down all the medications you are taking, including supplements, and bring the list with you to appointments. Ask your doctor or pharmacist whenever you want to use a new medication, even if it's just from the store. And most importantly, never assume that because something worked for you before, it's still safe for you now. Your health doesn't need many medications. It needs caution. A wise decision today can avoid a night in the hospital tomorrow. And sometimes that caution is as simple as asking, should I really be taking this? Instead of just taking it in silence. When you take care of yourself mindfully, you not only live longer, you live with peace of mind, free from the fear of complications or depending on others every time you get sick. So we've just looked at 4 seemingly harmless habits that silently undermine health after 70. Poor sleep, skipping breakfast, inactivity, and self-medicating. Each of these small behaviors, when repeated daily, can have major consequences. Memory decline, unstable blood pressure, unexpected falls, or an adverse reaction from a supposedly familiar pill. And the most dangerous part is, these consequences usually don't appear overnight. They creep up slowly, silently, making us complacent until it's too late. But the good news is you can change, and you can start with one small thing today. Maybe it's going to bed 30 minutes earlier tonight. Maybe it's having a light breakfast of oatmeal, fruit, or yogurt. Maybe it's getting up to walk around the house after each hour of sitting, or simply pausing for a moment, looking at that pill bottle and asking yourself, am I sure this is right for me? Just one small change each day, compounded over time, will shape a very different kind of aging. One that's healthier, sharper, and more independent. I know you're not watching this video just out of curiosity. You're here because you truly value your health. And I believe you have the self-respect and awareness to care for your body the right way, instead of letting old habits or simple neglect take over. If anything here was a wake-up call, or if there's one change you plan to make, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. You never know, your experience might be the gentle nudge someone else needs, someone quietly going through their later years on autopilot. If you found this video helpful, giving it a like and subscribing with the bell on is a huge help. It ensures you won't miss what's next, and it helps us spread these important health messages to more people who need them. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. I wish you days filled with ease, clarity, and vitality. I'll see you in the next video.